Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kim and today we're starting the Final Book Support Group vlog. So Final Book Support Group, if you don't know, it is a readathon created by Steph over at Steph Loves. Basically, it's just a support group to help us try and finish series, which is exactly what I need. I participate as much as I can in this readathon. It is also one of my favourites, so yeah. Unfortunately, I have just had to redo my TBR because I'm in Everand jail, which means I had to change quite a lot of what I was reading, but I have a TBR together and I'm quite happy with it, so let's get into it, shall we? So I've started reading. Last night I could not sleep. I really couldn't. So I decided to start the readathon. Why not? During the very, very early hours of this morning, I did manage to tick off the final book prompt. I managed to read Battle for the Skies by Laura L. Anderson, and I really enjoyed this. I really did. It is very young. I loved all the little speech and all the little names that were all weather related. I could really picture it in my mind. Loved the characters, Gusty Gavin. I really had fun with this, which really surprised me. But it's going to get 4 stars because I had so much fun. So then about 3 o'clock this morning, I decided to switch off, try and get some more sleep, and that just did not happen. So I thought, let's physically read and try and make my eyes tired. So I picked up Fence Volume 2. Why did I pick up this sooner? I really enjoyed this. I like the competition elements, I like the characters, I like that you can kind of see where it's going to go. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Again, it's going to get 4 stars. So as I'm sitting here waiting for some files to upload on my laptop, I am now doing my continuation station circle, which is to read Third Girl by Agatha Christie. And I'm quite enjoying this so far. It has a lot of Poirot in this one, so I'm liking it so far. But yeah, I'm on to my 3rd read already today. We might actually be able to do this TBR.
What is...
This morning I am adulting and I am changing a tap washer. Wish me that. And I've already ripped skin off my finger.
60 pages for Moonraker. I had to change my TBR. Oh no.
Like Kim said, I thought there was a set of needles in here.
Yeah, there is meant to be. I just didn't get a set in my box. Yeah.
Oh my god, okay, so I have 2.5 hours. Because this morning, all I've done is try and edit videos to get them all up. I now have 2.5 hours to get as much done as I can before tomorrow. And I've only just realised that. Oh my god. Tomorrow, at this time, we will be on board. So, I need to get my butt in gear. I've just realised how much ironing I have to do before tomorrow. I've got all of my evening outfits that I need to do. I have some daytime stuff that I need to do. Plus the actual ironing that has been piling up. So I need to get on because I have a lot of ironing to do. I need to crack a can of Monster because that's the only thing that's going to get me through. All the ironing is done. It took me about an hour and a half, but it's all done. Now I have to go and arrange like all my toiletries and try and figure out what the hell I'm wearing to the port tomorrow. My library card just arrived. I went online and requested a library card for my local council and they've delivered. I've already got a digital one, but to use a different part of the library I need a library card. So yeah, I requested one. The only problem is I've now got to go into a library to activate it. When am I going to have time to go to a library? Wow, I really suck this week at updating this vlog. So I finished Agatha Christie's Third Girl. So this one I actually I'm on the fence about again. Yes, we had a lot of Poirot, which is great. You know, you really want Poirot in a Poirot story, but the plotline wasn't the best. it wasn't very well written. It kind of rehashed the same thing over and over again. So yeah, it's not good. It's going to get a 3-star from me. But then after I did that, I moved on to Ruin and Rising. And it wasn't as good as the first 2 in the series. But it is a final book. I did not realise this. It's a final book. So tick, I did a final book without even realising it. But yeah, it wasn't as strong as the other 2 in the series for me. So it only got 3 stars. So I finished that quite early on Saturday. So the end of Saturday, I started reading Moonraker by Ian Fleming. And this was a lot better than previous Bonds that I've read. The language used was a lot better. Not perfect, but a lot better. And I really liked the Bond villain in this one. The writing as well was quite coherent. Like, we were listening to them play a card game and it felt like you were there playing the card game with them. So yeah, it's pretty strong. So for that reason, it got a 4-star. Saturday night, I didn't really read much. We watched Strictly, of course. So yeah, didn't really get much reading done, but we did have a takeaway. We had a pizza, so that is my self-care ticked off. Sunday morning is when I finished Moonraker, and then I had to go over to my grandparents and clean their house and do everything that I do for them. So we didn't really get much reading done on Sunday, but I did start The Beast by Katie Roberts. I've been putting this off for quite a while because it's obviously Beauty and the Beast, and that's one of my favourites. So I was a bit apprehensive going into this, but it wasn't too bad because they changed the names slightly. And then Monday I had work. Yes, I had a week off, and then I went in for a late shift, which I'm fuming about because I did my boss a favour by going in and doing the late shift. Bearing in mind my availability says that I'm there till 6 because I'm a carer. I agreed to stay to 8 to help her out and be on my own for the last 4 hours and find out that she's got somebody else in on the late as well. She mucked up the rota and so someone else was in on the late. So she could have moved my shift earlier to fall in with my availability, but she didn't. So I'm a little bit salty about that. But I did come home and I did finish The Beast, and it wasn't as bad as I'd made out in my head because the names were changed. It wasn't the best written in the series for me. So I do like the male on male and the threesome, and I liked all of that stuff. And I like the element that she had to choose and all this, but it wasn't as strong as some of the other books in the series. So I think it's going to get a 3. But you'll find out probably in my wrap up for the month. But I think it's going to get a 3. I haven't run it through Core Pile yet, but yeah. Yeah, that is everything that I read for the Final Book Support Group. I ticked off every single circle. Every single circle. I read every single book prompt. I did self-care. I was in a sprint. I did every prompt. I can't believe that I managed to do it. Especially being in script jail. Everand jail. But yeah, I did it. What did you guys think? Did you participate? Let me know. Come talk to me. As always, down in my description box you can find a link to all of my socials. Come give me a follow on Goodreads, on Instagram and on X. You can like this video, you can comment, and you can subscribe if you really want to. Want to let me know you're here without actually talking to me? Leave the trophy emoji because I managed to complete this TBR this weekend. And I will see you next time. Toodles.